Thanks, Ryan. Good to go. Hi, I'm Frank, and I'm going to tell you why beavers are damn good neighbors. They are the largest rodent in North America, and in fact, they're the second largest rodent in the world after capybaras. They're unique animals in a variety of ways. They have orange teeth and wide tails, but they're very, very awkward on land, and they can be potentially easy meat for predators. While they're clumsy on land, they're extremely facile in the water. They build dams from sticks and muds and rocks, and they create ponds that allow them to move about safely. They also build lodges with underwater entrances, and since they don't hibernate, they can retrieve food caches from under the ice, and they can stay active all through the winter. Beavers are keystone species because they create and maintain wetland ecosystems that support a diverse array of plant and animal life. By slowing water flow and forming ponds, beavers create habitats for fish, amphibians, insects, and birds that would otherwise not thrive in fast-moving streams. Beaver pond building also improves water quality by filtering pollutants. It provides flood mitigation by slowing water flow. They recharge groundwater, they stabilize water tables, and their dams actually help regulate water levels and reduce erosion and provide shelter and food for a variety of species, which also contributes to biodiversity. The Native Americans that utilized the resources of the Gallatin Valley knew it as the Valley of Flowers, but it could have accurately been called the Valley of the Beaver. This is a map drawn from William Clark's notes and sketches when he traveled through here in 1806, showing a plethora of beaver dams. That orange dot is the location of the IAWP on the east end of town. Before European colonization in North America, the beaver population was estimated to be at 60 to 400 million. They were heavily trapped by European settlers and fur traders from the 1600s through the 1800s for their pelts, which was used to make hats and clothing. Their populations plummeted. But with the rise of wildlife conservation efforts, beaver reintroduction programs, and trapping regulations, the populations have recovered. The circle in that area is the previous map that was an orange dot, and many of those beaver dams have been replaced with infrastructure. Despite this, Bozeman has the largest urban wetland in Montana. Urban wetland ecosystems are wetland areas within metropolitan regions. In addition to providing water filtrations, flood control, and stormwater management, they absorb and store carbon dioxide and contribute to climate resilience by helping maintain local biodiversity in other areas that would just be developed. Urban wetlands also serve as outdoor classrooms where we can learn about the ecosystems and the role of keystone species like beavers in shaping habitats. Schools and community groups can conduct hands-on scientific studies in wetland areas, and wetlands can inspire artistic and creative projects enriching cultural appreciation for urban nature. Wetlands provide green spaces for recreation with diverse animal and plant life that can improve mental well-being, encourage outdoor activities, and reduce stress for city residents. Activities like guided nature walks and bird watching provide interactive ways for people to connect with nature without even having to leave town. Beavers can play a crucial role in wetland mitigation. They serve as eco-engineers, reducing the need for expensive artificial wetland restoration projects. Compared to human-built solutions, beavers create wetlands that self-maintain and evolve over time. Well, given all these great things beavers do, what could possibly go wrong? Well, beavers have an issue with running water. They have an innate drive to stop the sound of flooding water, which they associate with leaks or breaches in their habitat. This is the reason why they build dams. So in general, this might not be a real problem if you're in a non-urban area. However, it can be a problem in downtowns. The challenges that beavers face in urban ecosystems stems from conflicts with human infrastructure, habitat limitations, and management concerns. Beavers frequently block drainage systems, culverts, and stormwater channels, causing unintended flooding in roads, backyards, and agricultural lands. Beavers also chew on trees, sometimes destroying ornamental or valuable urban trees in parks and residential areas. Residents may perceive them as a nuisance animal due to the flooding and landscape alterations. Their dam building can result in erosion and damage to properties and bridges and other types of urban infrastructure. So what can we do? Well, there are numerous coexistence strategies that exist. Trees can be wrapped, beaver-friendly infrastructure, installing flow devices like beaver deceivers to prevent damming and flooding, and teaching communities about the ecological benefits of beavers and promoting a lot of these coexistence type strategies. Furthermore, there's additional help that's available. The National Wildlife Foundation Montana Beaver Conflict Resolution Program provides helps and resources for beaver-human coexistence, dealing with landowners as well as other folks that need this. Also, urban planning could keep beavers in mind, protecting riparian zones and designing stormwater systems that work with beaver activity. One way to protect urban wetlands is through wetland codes. These are laws, regulations, and zoning policies that govern activities associated with wetlands. They ensure that the wetlands are preserved and managed responsibly. Bozeman is currently updating its wetland codes and is seeking public input, so check the papers. Another way to deal with wetland urban loss is through wetland mitigation banks. These are wetland areas that provide ecological compensation for wetlands lost due to development. These banks operate under a credit system where developers impacting wetlands purchase mitigation credits to offset environmental damage. Currently, wetland bank credits go to the Upper Missouri Major Basin watershed, which Lower Galton is part of, but that mitigation bank is about 80 miles from Bozeman and Twin Bridges. Sacagawea Audubon Society and Inderland Audubon Wetland Preserve are working with the Army Corps of Engineers to establish a wetland bank here to keep the credits in our watershed. So beavers and wetland preservation can only succeed with community involvement. So in addition to Sacagawea Audubon and the IAWP Busy Beaver Volunteer Program, numerous local organizations are involved in wetland preservation, including Trout Unlimited, Ducks Unlimited, Galton Watershed Council, Montana Freshwater Partners, to name just a few. So while beavers can be challenging to manage in urban settings, innovative solutions can balance human needs with ecological benefits they provide. So just a little bit of effort on our part, just like the beavers, we could be damn good neighbors too.